Welcome to the Winning in Business podcast. I'm your host, Kelli Risse, and I love talking to business professionals, leaders, and entrepreneurs who are winning in business. Are you ready to reach your next level of success? If so, join us on the Winning in Business podcast as I interview entrepreneurs, business professionals, and leaders who share how they've risen to success. Before we begin, go ahead, hit subscribe and the notification button so you'll be notified each time a new episode is released. Plug in and settle in. You're about to be inspired to rise up to your next level of success. Welcome to another episode of Winning in Business. This is Kelli Risse, your host. And if you are listening to this in real time, it's the beginning of May. We're in Q2. So how are your goals? And how is your time management? The two go hand in hand. So today we're going to dive into the Eisenhower Matrix, a framework known to help with decision-making and time management. Focus, decision-making, distractions. These are all things that are one of the biggest complaints of my clients. So about a couple weeks ago, I was having a conversation with a former client of mine, and she mentioned she was experiencing overwhelm at work. And after a few days of this, she stopped and she realized she was not prioritizing her work. And so she checked in with herself. She's like, well, what is going on? And she realized that if she started and went back to the matrix, which, we use for a while, and then we're like, I got this. And then we kind of leave it to the side. She brought it back out. She started prioritizing her work. And that was the problem. That's why she was in complete overwhelm, is she was not prioritizing her work correctly. So once she brought it back out and she started prioritizing her work, her productivity increased and her overwhelm decreased. So priority matrix for the win. So it's also called the Eisenhower Matrix. So whatever you want to call it, either way, same thing. Often in business, long-term strategic tasks are overlooked in favor of short-term urgent demands. Not even in favor. It's just that it's, urgent, crisis. Like, right? I always say we show up with our, fireman outfits on some days, most days. So, but then what happens is that if we focus on the long-term strategic tasks, we can reduce future crises and really achieve our business goals. And I know that you want to reduce future crises in your business and achieve your goals. So let's talk about the 4 quadrants of the priority matrix. Quadrant 1, urgent and important. Quadrant 2, not urgent, but important. 3, urgent, but not important. And 4, not urgent and not important. So let's think about some examples that can go with each of those, right? So urgent and important. This is responding to a customer crisis. This is dealing with a time-sensitive regulatory issue. This is handling employee emergencies, for some examples. Not urgent, but important. This is where we need to be spending most of our time. Strategic planning for the business. Investing in training and development. That can be for you, that can be for your employees, and building relationships with key industry contacts. And I would say key industry contacts, it would be the key in that. Urgent but not important, we have responding to unimportant emails or messages, attending meetings that don't directly impact your goals, completing tasks that provide little value to your business. Then we have our not urgent and not important. Browsing social media during work hours, organizing your desk when you should be working, and attending industry events that don't align with your priorities. So think about today. Were you in the not urgent and not important category? And if you were, did you stay there for too long? That's the key, right? So maybe you picked up your phone for a minute to check social media because that's a responsibility that you need to do. And yet, did you end up browsing and there for entirely too long, right? So, attending industry events that don't align with your priorities, right? That is knowing, are you in the right groups? Are you in the right industry groups that can further advance your business and help you make the connections that you need to make? If not, those are things that need to be eliminated. Those are your non-urgent and not important things. All right, so if we need to be in the important but not urgent metrics, the quadrant the most, then what does that look like? Like, how are we identifying that? So in this, we are looking for things like planning, strategic planning, professional development, relationship building, even exercise, right? And the reason that those things get put off is because, well, we can always do them tomorrow. But if we're always putting out the fires, then tomorrow never comes and we don't get around to those things. And those are the things that make your business go. And so I think, what you need to be asking yourself is, what activities will help me achieve my long-term goals and priorities? That is what is going in your important but not urgent quadrant. What tasks, if completed, would have the greatest positive impact on my business or career? And I'm going to be honest, there's something that has been in my quadrant that it's been put on the back burner, and it is time, and it is time, and it is time, and it will get done. And I'm getting ready to do it because, it's not getting done, and I'm doing more of the putting out the fires. And so it's going to get done. What areas of personal or professional development should be you focusing on? Y'all, it is so important to continue to be developing yourself, both personally and professionally. Now, the one thing that I will say in market research is that most people end up developing themselves in skills, like the hard skills. I am going to challenge you to develop yourself in the soft skills. And those soft skills are stress mastery, emotional intelligence, communicating effectively. I have an amazing assessment, and I just had another call with a client. We went through this assessment with her that was DISC, her driving forces, and then her emotional intelligence. Do you know that it has made a huge impact in her business, how she talks with customers and how she is closing sales? Ginormous difference. It is May. She has already exceeded her goals. I mean, she is on fire right now. So personal development is important. So once you've identified the important and not urgent task, then it's time to make a concerted effort to schedule them and put them in your calendar. You must protect that time from being consumed by urgent and less important demands, because often these are the time that take thinking power. And so the reason that we end up doing other things is because the other things might be easier. So it really does take systematically identifying and prioritizing the important but not urgent tasks. So when you are, here's some strategies to help you focus on these important but not urgent tasks. Schedule time for them. So proactively block your time in your calendar to work on them, and have integrity with your calendar. It is a meeting with yourself to do this. Keep it as that. Okay. Set clear deadlines for these important tasks. Build them into your schedule to make sure that you are hitting your progress marks, right? Delegate or eliminate any urgent but not important tasks that you don't need to be doing, right? What is urgent but not important? Delegate that. You don't need to do it. Give it to somebody else. Also, you can automate it, right? If it can be automated, for sure, automate it. That way you are freeing up your time and attention for you to do the important work that's really advancing your business. Anticipate and prevent problems. When you are planning, prepare for, potential issues from arising. Already prepare for those so that you can plan for them. And that will help the tasks from becoming like crises later on down the way as well, because you're planning for them. Also, conduct regular reviews and reflections. So set time aside each week to review your progress on these important tasks, reflect how you're doing, and then make adjustments. And if you need an accountability partner, then you need to find one, right? Because staying focused is one of the most important things, like eliminating the distractions. And I'm going to talk a little, let's talk about it right now. So if you are someone that is constantly distracted, if you are distracted by your emotions, if you are distracted by the mental clutter in your head, then I would love to have a conversation with you, because my 1-day strategic breakthrough will help you eliminate the clutter, the mental clutter, and the emotional clutter that is causing distraction so that you can focus, be more productive. Sometimes you just need a matrix, and sometimes you need a 1-day deep dive to get yourself into action. As I said, it is May, we got to get going. And then last, leverage your productivity tools and metrics, right? So going back to the automation, the delegation, if you have apps that you love, your CRM, your task management software, use it to help you. Leverage those tools that you already have. When you are using this matrix, it will help you increase focus, increase productivity, improve your decision-making, decrease overwhelm, reduce stress. It sounds amazing. All you need to do is take a piece of paper and draw a line horizontally and a line vertically, and you are good to go. And that's it. So if you're not using it, give it a try and let me know how it works for you. I'd love your feedback. If you use it regularly, let me know specifically how it helps you. I'd love to hear that. And if you know someone who could benefit from using the priority matrix, right? If they are always stuck in the either urgent, and living in that like putting out fires crisis mode, please share this with them. Or if you know someone who is living in the not urgent and not important category, well, they're may not be advancing their career or their business, right? Depending on what they do. So this could be something that could really help them move forward in a direction that they want to go. So would love for you to share this with them. Be their hero today, right? Be your own hero if you need to use this. And if you know somebody else that needs this, be their hero. As always, please subscribe to my podcast and YouTube channel and invite a friend to listen as well. And I hope that this is helpful for you as we continue through Q2 to use this tool to help you make better decisions, increase your productivity, and get yourself focused so that you can achieve your goals. Really, we don't just want to achieve our goals. We want to exceed them. So until next week, rise up and live and keep winning in business. See you then. Have a great one.
Thank you for being a part of the Winning in Business podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode and want to rise up to your next level of success, but are worried about increased stress, time for work and yourself and your family, not to mention being exhausted, I'd like to invite you to a complimentary strategy call where I'll show you how you can do it all. I'll help you reclaim time, keep your sanity, handle the chaos with ease, and move to the next level of success that you deserve and desire. I hope you found value in listening today. Please always leave your comments, feedback, or questions. We check them all. I want you to continue winning in business and reach your next level of success. See you next time.